Your girl finally found a Greek restaurant after months of looking for one around here and years of wanting to find one, because she got a crush on a Greek man. So let's talk about the food. To be honest, I wanted to start with tzatziki, but I'm not like the biggest yogurt girl, and there's like very specific yogurts that I like. I think I've only had tzatziki once in my life, and I don't even remember if I like it or not, but I've been curious. Anyway, because I wasn't sure, I ordered hummus instead. So this hummus is more than okay, less than great. I'll tell you why. I know I make hummus, and I throw like 40 cloves of garlic in there, which honestly is probably the wrong thing to say because I think it only calls for half a clove. But so it's very flavorful, it's very smooth, but it doesn't punch, and like maybe nobody wants to get punched by hummus except me. But it's like, as far as flavor goes, I think it was really good. It also was served with almost warm pita. I maybe would have liked it a little bit warmer, but I don't know how that works. Like if they give it to you heated, does it get crusty later on or whatever? But it stayed soft and fluffy and like perfect the whole time. And then I ordered a dinner plate with pork chops. So they have like a section that says dinner plate, and they tell you to choose your protein, and it comes with all these things. I chose the pork chop. The other options were chicken, beef, lamb, and I think there was also salmon. Again, I went with the pork chop and I do not regret it at all. I do think that maybe if I go back next time and order the same thing, I would try salmon. But the pork it was obviously grilled, as you can see, with the charring. And it was sweeter than I thought it was going to be. And I don't know if that's the correct seasoning or if they're kind of like appealing to the Filipino taste. It doesn't taste like adobo or barbecue or anything like that, but it does have a sweet kick I didn't expect. The best thing on this plate, I thought, however, is the salad right on, like at the very right. I'm not sure what's in it. I saw dill in there. There's tomato and like really, really chopped up things. And I don't even know what vinaigrette they used, but I was like, could I have more of this, please? It's got, I believe it's baba ganoush right in the middle that you see, like right there, like past the rice, but before the veggies. So I used that on the pita also. That was why I ended up having leftover hummus, because I was using the hummus pita for the baba ganoush. I do not remember what the thing up top is called, but it looks like layered. Is it moussaka? I learned that moussaka is layered much like a lasagna, and that's what this is. But I did not take a picture of the menu. I'm so sorry. There was flavor. So it's not at all like lasagna as far as the taste goes. It's not as creamy or savory or anything like that. And it has cinnamon. Listen, I'm also not the biggest cinnamon girl. There are also, again, very specific things that I like with cinnamon in it. Unfortunately, this was not one of them. That does not make it bad though, because I got a layer of the top that was mostly cheese and like whatever meat is up there. And I was like, okay, I could get with this. I can get with this. That sounds really wrong for food. Sorry. And then I will move me. The rice, it's not the normal rice that we're used to. I want to say the menu said pilaf, but I could be wrong. It has sort of like a stronger kick in the back of your mouth, if that makes sense at all. It's not like when we have our normal everyday steamed rice where it's just starch. This one has a bit of flavor that kind of lingers after. And honestly, I ordered so much food, I didn't get to eat much of that. I ate everything else. And then I've already talked about the barbecue. I don't know what seasoning they put in there, but I would go back. And not, so it's bone in, right? So I cut the part away from the bone that normally would be like really crusty. And it's like pretty thick too, but it was really moist. I don't know how they kept the pork that moist. I also want to say that service was excellent. And I know that it wasn't very crowded. It's located in a spot that's too far from where all the chaos is of market, like high street, all that stuff. So it's not a lot of people, especially on a Sunday. I assumed that during the week, because there are offices around, it would be more crowded, but it wasn't at all today. There were maybe like 3 tables occupied the whole time that I was there. But service was excellent. The guy, the server who helped me out was very personable and was very nice and was refilling my water. And I didn't just have a glass of water. I had like a pitcher, and very attentive and very sweet. I said that I said to myself this would be a helpful thing for people, so I think part of that would be telling you guys how much the things are. Now, I'm not proud of this receipt because I think this is too much for one person's dinner. I normally don't spend this much, but looking for Greek food for months. The hummus was the hummus with the pita was $3.25. And the dinner plate with the pork chop is $8.20, and then obviously there was a bit of a service charge. So this was more than 1,000 pesos on one meal. Would I go back again? Yes. Would I do it tomorrow? No. I maybe need to like earn that money back first. But the food itself was really good, and I'm really glad that this is not too far. Listen, the hummus and the pork chop, they were on my mind the whole walk back, that I was so distracted by specifically the pork chop that I got in the elevator and didn't push a button for a bit. I'm the problem.